Have you ever felt like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, like the past is haunting you, or that you are stuck in a cycle of failure and frustration? It happens to the best of us. But here is the reality. Whatever happened last week, last year, or even 5 minutes ago is done. It's in the past. The only thing that truly matters is what you choose to do today. In fact, every time you wake up, you have the power to start fresh. You can decide to take the hard route, the one that challenges you, pushes you, and forces you to become something greater. It's time to stop being distracted by the noise and focus on one thing: your mission. If you want to rise to greatness, you've got to embrace the struggle, the hustle, and the commitment to pushing through when it gets tough. The question is, are you ready to take that leap?
Whatever happened last week, happened last week. Whatever happened last year, your girlfriend dumped you, gotta get up, look at the man in the mirror and go, this is what I am doing today, whether they like it or not. I don't give, everybody's focusing on the stupidity things that they got on the news. Don't watch the news, no more. I give you the real news. You know what the news is about today. You and how you are gonna come to the world. How do you become a king? By taking it to the next level, by doing something outside your comfort zone.
There is a difference between passion and obsession. When you are passionate, everybody cheers you on. They're stoked for you. Oh, you found your passion, awesome. Follow your passion. Live with passion, be passionate, taste your passion. When you are obsessed, they're like, why you gotta be so crazy? Why do you always gotta get things so perfect? Why do you spend so much time here? When you are obsessed, people think you are nuts. If no one thinks you are crazy, you are not yet operating to the outer limits of your attention.
If it's hard, why do people do it? You ask people who do things, people who climb mountains just for the sake of it. Nobody can do just do it. The people who go after their stuff, what makes it worth it? It's gotta be your passion. You gotta love it. It's gotta be what you are supposed to do. You gotta write. Even if no one publishes your book, right? Because that was given to you to do. You do what it is you're supposed to. You're supposed to build something. You're supposed to create something. I don't know how to do it. Learn. Do whatever is required. It's you. It's on you. You got to make that happen. Nobody's going to bring it to you on a silver planet. Die, here's your dream manifest. No, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. Yes, right? And it's worth it.
I don't know what your future is, but if you are willing to take the hard away, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first, their successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose.
That when you are trying to avoid the pain, when you are trying to avoid the struggle, when you are trying to avoid the hard things in life, you are actively choosing to be average. You are actively choosing to be mediocre. And you are actively choosing to move further away from what you want in life. Because that hardship and that pain and that struggle and that frustration, they give you the skills that will forge you into can champion.
When you quit, your mind does this. When you quit, your mind says we're done, so it doesn't expand. T hears no expansion when you quit. When you say, this sucks. I am drowning, I am miserable, I am suffering, I am broken, but I am not going anywhere. What happens to your mind is it does this, it says he's not leaving. So we gotta expand, we gotta grow, we gotta figure this thing out. So then these compartments in your brain, they have to work. And then you start to engage parts of your mind that you never engaged before. When you are in suffer mode and you say, I am not gonna quit, you are forcing your brain now to operate on a level. It's not used to it. But then it becomes used to it. Your biggest enemy is you. People don't understand it's you against you. The only person that gets in your way is you. Nobody else, it's you.
You get one shot at this gig right here, life, one life, that's all you got. And regret in and of itself, and it's worthless. It does nothing for you. In fact, the only valuable thing in regret is the lesson you learn, the knowledge that you gain. But walking around filled with regret gets you nothing. So learn and move on. Don't let regret beat you down. Don't be a slave to regret. Let it teach you, let it make you better. I want you to stop thinking of things in terms of sacrifice, and I want you to start thinking in terms of investment. All right, one of the biggest mistakes that you will make as a human on a path to success, whether that's success through financially, physically, spiritually, whatever it is, for success in all areas. And I want you to understand that when you miss the weekends with the guys, or miss the night out with the girls, or you pass on the trip, or you do this, you are not sacrificing anything. You are actually making an investment, because the investment is delayed gratification and you just haven't seen the payoff.
You don't have to force yourself or motivate yourself to think negatively, to be depressed, to beat yourself up over the head. Your mind is on automatic. It will do that by itself. But if you want to begin to move into your own personal greatness, if you want to begin to really enjoy a happy, successful, healthy life, you've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I am in control here. I am not going to let this get me down. I am not going to let this destroy me. You don't have to force yourself or motivate yourself to think negatively, to be depressed, to beat yourself up over the head. Your mind is on automatic. It will do that by itself. But if you want to begin to move into your own personal greatness, if you want to begin to really enjoy a happy, successful, healthy life, you've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I am in control here. I am not going to let this get me down. I am not going to let this destroy me.
To take action today, now, to take action now, to become a better person, not filled with regret, but filled with knowledge.
Filled with knowledge and strength and power, and filled with life. The easy route never pays well. The only route in life that pays well is the hard route, the struggle, the pain, the frustration, and the overcoming of those things. And not only do they pay, they fulfill you as well.
So, what will you choose? Will you stay stuck in the safety of the easy, predictable path, or will you rise above, step out of your comfort zone, and embrace the challenges that will shape you into the person you are truly meant to be? Life doesn't owe you anything. It's on you to create your own destiny. You only have one shot, one life to make it count, and here is no room for hesitation. The question is, are you willing to take control and make your life what you want it to be, no matter the obstacles? The road ahead may not be easy, and it will be filled with pain, setbacks, and moments when you'll feel like giving up. But here's the truth. Every time you face those challenges, every time you push through the pain, it's making you stronger, more resilient, and preparing you for something greater. The struggle you face today is the foundation for the success you'll achieve tomorrow. Don't just chase success for the sake of recognition, money, or temporary rewards. Chase it for the person you will become in the process. The growth, the wisdom, and the strength you gain from enduring hardship are what truly matter. Every time you choose to quit, you close the door to your potential. But every time you decide to keep going, you push yourself further and expand what you believe is possible. You are capable of far more than you know, but you will never realize it if you allow fear, doubt, or frustration to stop you. The human spirit is limitless when you refuse to give up. Let the challenges, the struggles, and the frustration teach you. Let them refine you into a stronger version of yourself. Embrace the difficult path, because it is the one that will lead you to the life you've always dreamed of. Remember, no easy path will ever bring you the fulfillment, purpose, and growth that the hard road will. Take action now. Do it today, right now, because your future is shaped by the decisions you make in this moment. Don't let regret, hesitation, or fear dictate your life. Use them as fuel to move forward. knowing that with every step, you are becoming a better version of yourself. Overcoming every challenge, no matter how hard, is not just about reaching your goals, it's about becoming the person who can handle the success you are working towards. And when you finally reach that place, you will realize that the journey, the struggle, and the pain were all worth it, because the person you become along the way is the greatest reward. Your victory is in the transformation, the strength, and the confidence you gain through it all. So take that first step. The road may be tough, but it will lead you to the greatest version of yourself.